Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, today's video, I just want to kind of come out here and give you, being I haven't talked to y'all in a while. I haven't uploaded a video in a while. So I wanted to come out here and give you a update on what's going on. So basically where I am closing out with Prime, still waiting on a few things from them. They've sent me a few emails. I've sent them a few. They sent me a bill. So kind of, I return an email back to them, my rebuttal, if you will, to the charges that they're trying to charge me. So anyhow, I have a follow-up video on that. Right now, I really don't have a lot to explain as far as the billing, what they're charging me and all that stuff as of yet. Some, but not everything. And I want to kind of give you an update on what I'm doing, where I'm headed to. And so got those updates here also. But, and just kind of where the channel is going to go, and what to look forward to. Try to help you guys out, the ones that are still in transition, starting a new life, starting over again. How things went for me, and what I'm doing now to kind of take another road. So from one leap to another. So basically, I'll kind of start there real quick. I obviously left a fixed job here locally. I was a law enforcement for 15 years. Got out of that and retired, and decided to take a big leap and go over the road trucking. So I left the state of Florida, went to Springfield, Missouri, and went through the training and did it. Like I said before, I was very successful. The money wasn't the issue. My issue was kind of two things. Didn't like being away from the family. That was probably number one. Number two, I personally was having an issue with my blood pressure, being up in higher altitudes, probably stress too, being away from home. And, but the higher altitudes was really messing with my blood pressure pretty bad. So, now that I'm back at home, everything's fine. And no, I haven't had any issues at all. Probably because I've released a lot of stress. But for me, it just created a lot of anxiety and stress on me, being out on the road. Never thought that would be a problem. I went into this thing gung-ho and ready to go. And it was just a big eye-opener for me. So, yeah, so if any of you guys have had any of that, any issues or having any of those issues, comment down below. How do you deal with it? Me personally, I was Googling every day how to lower my blood pressure, eating better, eating this and eating, trying to find out what I can eat to lower my blood pressure, exercising. But the ultimate fix for me was just get my butt back home. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas on if you've had any issues like that with blood pressure, what did you do to lower your blood pressure? What did you do to relieve your anxiety? Maybe that'll help some guys out there that are looking to try to fight through this and try to take care of themselves a little bit better. I know exercise and diet is key, but you also have to take into account of the mental strain of being away from the family. Like I said before in one of my other videos, that being out on the road away from family at sometimes a month or so at a time, even though it's a very minute comparison, but it's almost like being deployed in the military. Those folks who get deployed to other countries, when they want to come home, they can't. If there's an emergency, they can get them home. It takes, a while for them to get back home. if they have to. But for the most part, they're stuck. They're living their new life away from their family. So when you're driving a truck and all you're doing is staring at a windshield all day long, that's all you think about. And so I would imagine, I guess being deployed, I guess you're working and you're constantly, mind's not sitting around thinking about it all the time. I don't know. Just my comparison. I could be wrong, but anyhow. So enough babbling for me. Let's get to the video and I'll give you some updates. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to my garage. So today is the day of my big move, big start to my new job. So let me rewind a little bit. So basically, I came home with the intentions on working for a local company here, and they just things didn't turn out. Things didn't turn out what I thought they were going to be. So I decided to get into something less stressful, something that I was comfortable with. Not going back to my previous job. Well, technically not back to my previous job, which is law enforcement. Definitely not going back into that. So what I did before law enforcement is I was a mechanic for several years. And of course, I always kept my tools, kept everything I always had. So I'm going back to being a mechanic. It's a local company. It's about a 15-minute drive to work. And, it kind of falls in the thing of retirement, or just doing what you're comfortable with, doing what makes you happy, right? So like I've always said, so me and the trucking life, it just didn't work out, the money was perfect. It just being away from the family was just a little too much. So I decided to come back home. I was going to find something, find something to do, to be home, stay home. And so that's what I did. So right here is there's the remnants of the trucking life. Obviously not the car seat, that's my granddaughter's, but my refrigerator, which I still got to get rid of, and my microwave. Still got to get rid of that. Put it on Marketplace, and had a couple guys call about the microwave. Refrigerators they're hard to get rid of. They're so expensive, the ones that run on 12 volts, the 12 volt refrigerator. So they're just too expensive to try to sell. You're trying to sell a $500 or $600 refrigerator when you can buy the same size refrigerator, the one that plugs into the house, for like $100. Well, when you try to explain to somebody that's a 12 volt refrigerator, it's made for a specific, for road use, motor home or a truck or whatever. It's a certain type of person wants it. But anyways, if anybody wants that refrigerator, it's like brand new. It's the Intel. Excuse me. It's the Intel B, or Endel B. Sorry, Endel B. It's like brand new inside, clean. It works like a champ. It's just I have no use for it here at the house. So that's what I'm doing, and just kind of leading. Oh, there's my box, by the way. There's my toolbox, and I got my life in there. There's probably $20,000 in tools in this thing. So I got I picked that up not too long ago. It's a Harbor Freight toolbox, big chest box. Got the big drawers. Got to put all your ratchets and sockets and everything down in there. And, yeah, if y'all want a review on that, let me know. I'll give you a review on it. That's I'm having a tow truck company rollback come and pick that up and take that to the job today, and then I start on Monday. Today's Friday, so I start on Monday. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Starting over, being a mechanic again, which is something that I've always been comfortable with doing. I just thought I'd do other things, so here I am back to turning wrenches again. And yeah. So as far as Prime is concerned, I do have some updates coming up on that. I'm actually waiting to hear from them. So my 45 days is obviously passed because there's a 45-day, I guess their analysis of 45 days. They go through get through all the settlements and everything else from the past to make sure there's nothing owed. Obviously the breakdown of the truck, which I went through the breakdown of the truck of what they were trying to bill me. And I sent them a rather long email contesting a lot of the charges that they were trying to charge me. Still haven't heard anything back. That was probably 3 weeks ago. And they try to charge me for training, which I'll have an update coming up on that. I got a video on all the charges I'm waiting for them to give me their final email or final bill or whatever they're trying to charge me for. Obviously, I know there's some things I'm going to be responsible for paying, but some things I don't feel like I should pay. So just kind of waiting to hear from them. They're taking their time, which is fine. I don't care. Take all the time you want. It's not any skin off of my teeth. So yeah, as soon as I get that, I'm gonna put it together and I'll give you guys an update on what you should look forward to if you leave Prime. And you know, a lot of these charges that I was charged, and I'll tell you this right now, a lot of these charges that I was charged through Prime went directly on my weekly settlements. So if I had been still working there, and like say I transitioned from one truck to another, they would have just billed me right out of the settlements. It would have automatically been drawn right out of my settlement before I had a chance to sit down and look at it, send an email to contest it. Obviously now I'm not making any money there. They're just sending these bills or adding these charges to my settlements. I have time to sit down and look at it, read it, and send an email to contest, these charges. But if I'd have been on the road, they would have been automatically drawn right out of my settlement, and I'd have been shit out of luck because they would have taken the money. Now I'd have had to contest it and argue to get my money back. So, yeah, if you do the lease transfer from one truck to another, even at the end of your lease or whatever, remember, guys, they're gonna go through that truck with a fine-tooth comb, and you're gonna be responsible. At least they're gonna try to make you responsible. So always make good notes as you're going through, keeping good documents on what you do to the truck. If there's any problems with the truck, make sure you write it down and document it. And when you post your pre inventory, walk around the truck when you originally get the truck from Success Leasing, or from any leasing company for that matter. Make sure you go through that thing with a fine-tooth comb. The tough thing at Prime is you can't take the truck off the property when you first get your lease meaning you can't take it to like an independent mechanic, have them go through it. You can only have a mechanic there go through it. I guess you can have them kind of look at things that you find that are questionable. But remember, it's almost like having the wolf that's guarding the hen house looking at your truck. So it's kind of not in your favor, if you will. So anyhow, that'll be in a later video. Give some more information on that. Just wanted to give you an update today on what's going on in my life. I am going back to mechanicking. I'm going to be working on semis, working for a construction company. Got dump trucks, low boys, Ford trucks, heavy equipment, dozers, loaders, excavators, everything. You name it. Everything I'll be working on. So anyways, more videos to come on what's going on in my world, and also some more videos on Prime. Anyways, thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll have some follow-up videos here pretty soon. Thank you.